Okay, I got a Kahr CW9 here today. Already put like 140 rounds through it successfully, so we're going to try probably about 100 more today to see how it shoots. Okay, we're out. I'm sure I put all rounds on the target. We'll see how well. There is one 22 mag round on there from a friend, hogged at target. So nothing too great there, but pretty accurate.
I always play it safe.
That's right. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try the Kahr CW9 a little bit more. I like it. Okay, all out again. Has a double action style trigger. It's long and deliberate. You got to pull it back quite a bit. And the cool thing about that is it's pretty safe to carry because in its ready position, even if you have one in the chamber, the firing pin's not the whole way back. By pulling the trigger, you're pulling the firing pin the rest of the way back, so it can't accidentally release and shoot off in your pocket or anything. See how I did that time. One thing with the double action style, you gotta get used to that long trigger pull. The interesting thing about the CW9 is that they retail for around $400. Okay, and the magazine holds 7, so if you had one in a chamber, you could go ahead and conceal carry 8 rounds with you. And you can see it's a pretty small sized gun. Definitely very easy to conceal. Just to have something to reference it to. I have a Glock 23 here, and you can see the difference. Okay, not that we're exactly comparing apples to apples here, but incidentally, this is the Glock's Compact 40 S&W, but it's the same frame as their Glock 19, which is the Compact 9mm. So you're definitely going to find it easier to conceal carry this. It's just a single stack magazine, why it can only hold 7 rounds, but it's also very, very thin. So depending on what you want, more rounds or a smaller frame, you're going to have to make a compromise somewhere. But compared to other Kahr models, it is probably a couple $100 cheaper, even though they don't hold any more rounds, although they have some that are larger guns than they do. Supposedly, there just isn't as much finish. Like, they don't do as much fine detail work like on the slide and stuff. So theoretically this would be uglier than their more expensive models, which is kind of stupid because I think this is a pretty good looking gun. Okay, so it has, I mean, it looks awesome, it has quite a bit of details on it, so I'm not going to pay $200 extra just to get something that's pretty. Okay, so let's go ahead and shoot a little bit more. I'm going to try to take my time here, see if I can get them right in the red. Again, you got to hold it steady throughout that whole long double action trigger pull. You got to sort of stage it, pull it back about 3/4 of the way, then gently pull the rest. Okay, we're out. No feeding issues or anything of that nature. See how we did. Not as perfect as I'd like, but again, I'm not a marksman, pistol shooter or anything. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so kind of spread out a little bit, but no big deal. I am shooting Federal Champion ammo. It's about the cheap stuff you can find at Walmart. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try some Remington UMC jacketed hollow points. Haven't tried any of these guys yet, so let's see how these feed. Hopefully well, right? Which I expect they will. Oh, everybody got their ears on?
I've always got my ears on.
Ah, fuck, what do you know? A jam.
And a jam.
Yep. That's the first jam I've had out of this. Failure to go in the battery, you can see here. It's definitely not going in. Now they say to tap it and rack it, so we'll see if that actually works. Tap it, rack it, and nope, that one's jammed good. That's one of those times you gotta drop the magazine and then pull it out. You can see how it just fed in there incorrectly and
look at that dent.
smacked into the side.
Would that be safe to fire?
Yeah, it should be.
We'll find out.
Well, I'm sure it won't affect too much. But
As long as the part flies back and kills you, not me.
yeah. Well, at least it'll be on camera either way.
Yeah.
Now the Kahr factory says to put 200 rounds through this gun before it's broken in, so we're technically still under the 200 round mark, and jacket hollow points are always harder to feed, so I'm gonna end up shooting more through it to see what it'll do, but you know, go figure. Just talking about how reliable it was, and bam, jam. But that can happen with any gun. Now notice one thing about it that I don't like. Go ahead and put the magazine release button. That magazine is still stuck in there, so you have to physically grab it and pull it out. So it's not one of those deals where you can just push the button and it drops out via gravity and you can go ahead and get another one loaded up. So I mean, it would be something where maybe you have to practice pushing the button and then throwing your finger down forward like that. I'm not a huge fan of that, but whatever, what can you do? One thing I will say though is I like these magazines. They're very well made, very strong spring in there, and it just very reliably points around upwards, so I do like that. Now just to demonstrate where those Remington UMCs went, you can tell they're on the bottom. Ignore that top round, that's a 30-06 round that my friend shot, but you can see the 7 rounds. Yeah, pretty tightly grouped, so looks like they're shooting a little bit lower though for some reason, but maybe that's just where I was holding it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try some more of that Remington
None
UMC.
of them are chambered.
Just gonna shoot it at
Still
the
has
same
5 rounds.
target.
None of them are chambered, but they're in it.
Hopefully, it won't jam this time. Okay, no issues this time. Let's see what we have. Looks like I shot even lower this time. All grouped around the same area though, other than maybe that one. And just to show you real quick, it field stripped down pretty easily. Not quite as easy as a Glock, but you just have to drop the magazine. And you'll see there's a little groove on the side there. You gotta line those up. See that? Now what I normally do is hold it like this. Then you gotta push that in and just kind of pull that out. Pull the trigger and hold it, the slide comes forward. And there you go, and of course take the spring out and all that stuff, and you can clean the barrel, the slide and everything. So it's actually pretty easy. Tough field strip, a little bit harder than Glock and XD and stuff like that, but not by much at all. Okay, some more Remington UMC. We're going to try a rapid fire. Okay, no issues.
So Basshound, you think we ought to try some knife throwing?
Sure. I think I pretty much hit the
Oh
plate.
no, mine's pretty handle heavy.